MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air tonight. Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Falcons and the Kings. Steve Rice looks to keep up the pace in the AL batting title race right after this. Roger Sharp will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They come in winners of 2 straight, and they've been playing some good baseball as well.
Yeah, Matty, this place is buzzing right now. This team won the opener of the series yesterday, and they're looking to step on this team's throat and take the first 2 games of this series.
77 degrees our temperature at game time tonight. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. The 1-2. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Looking up is the left fielder. Gone to lead off the inning. So it's a solo home run here leading off the ballgame. Number 148 for his career. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
I love the way this lineup's constructed. Right out of the gate, they smack you right in the mouth with one of the better power hitters in their lineup. And he takes him deep right there to set the tone.
Next will be the designated hitter, Bart Flash. And he's seen his numbers on the rise here over the last 5 games or so. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Flash is a guy you have to keep an eye on in the batter's box. He's definitely been known to drop down a bunt from time to time. That's something he's really good at.
And in today's game, Matty, this is such a lost art. I know you love this one. Guy dropping a drag bunt down for a knock, putting him up, putting him down, getting down the first base line, definitely sets the tone for the team.
And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
D-Row, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone.
This is line to left. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Hey, Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting, and they're making fully aware of who's hot and who's not. And trust me, they knew that he had an 11-game hitting streak. And after that knock, it's an even dozen.
At the plate, Jeffrey Bellamy, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the American League in hitting.
There's a lot of ways to get on base. Base hit, a walk, hit by pitch. This guy's in the top 5 on base percentage. He does a little bit of all of those things.
Flash leads off second with nobody out. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. From the stretch. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up. Throw not nearly in time as he reaches it first.
Hey, after that hit right there, D-Row, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Into the box, John O'Neill. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 19th home run for him on the season as they move on top 4-0.
Boy, not the way you'd like to start a game, right? First inning you come in, you give up 2 home runs. We'll see if he can regroup right here. It's not easy to sometimes come back from that.
In now, Bruce Sanders. As we take a look there at the difference in his numbers between June and July. First offering on its way. And this is cut on and missed below the knees, and it's 0-1.
He definitely doesn't look himself to start this one, and this lineup needs to be on the attack early and be aggressive and find a way to stay in this game.
Looking at his career totals, Sanders is slugging north of 480, which puts him among some of the best power hitters in the game in that category. 4 runs here in this half inning. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And this is going to rattle up against the out-of-town scoreboard now. The relay throw, well, he is in there with a triple.
And that triple could not have come at a better time. The team has really struggled the last few games trying to get over the hump, and they're looking for anything good to happen to them, and I'd say that triple definitely qualifies. They are fired up.
To the plate now, Kevin Root. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
It's only the first inning, so you hate to say this, but this thing might already be over. Down 5 in the first, they've got to get the car back onto the road, even if the wheels are a little loose and wobbly.
At the plate, Pat Sample, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make-or-break moment in this game. When you're playing a first-place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in a game and then mount a comeback.
Count now a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home.
No, that's low. To me, it looks like he just doesn't trust himself out there on the mound. It's like he's fighting his body on every pitch, and as a result, we're seeing a lot of balls from him early on in this game.
Ball even at 2-2. Nobody out, runner on first. Swing, and he pops him up. Velez backs up a bit, and he takes charge for the first out.
The center fielder, Ellis.
And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Dero, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
This is not even a stat you probably would have even looked at 10 years ago. The fact that this team's last in walks in today's game bodes a lot of trouble. They will swing at the rosin bag. Do not expect this pitcher to come over the heart of the plate in any meaningful position, because he knows he's going to get a lot of swing and miss.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
Durazo is there, 2 down.
Batting 9, the second baseman, number 22.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Judd, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. He's set, here it comes.
Hey, the way this guy on the mound's been struggling to find the zone, I'm not mad at the guy taking a pitch.
And he just misses inside with the fastball there. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Take a step back right here. After 3 fastballs in a row, there is no chance he throws you a 4th.
Misses, ball 2.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
Here now the 2-2. Bounce towards the second baseman. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Sandlot leads this one 5-0. Jason Jones is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-to-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
So striding in, Dominique Durazo. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Dominique Durazo.
And the pitch. And guys, you take a look at our visitors here with the early lead tonight as we play the bottom of the first. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games. Line shot to first, and there's one away.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Maurice Carter.
Striding forward now is the DH, Maurice Carter. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line to the right side, but good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
The center fielder, Todd Alexander.
Stepping up now, Todd Alexander, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the pitch. 1-1. The pitch. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. Fouled away. Hit hard on the ground at first. Right to him. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. The Falcons are out in front 5-0. Standing in, Steve Rice. He went deep in his first at bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Now the pitch.
Nope, that's not the plate.
A shot down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Now here's the pitch. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
This is line to left. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2. So a base hit to kick things off here, and there's a man aboard to start out their half of the second.
And we take a look at the line right here, and it's not pretty. He's given up 7 hits, and we're only in the second inning. So what if 3 things is going to happen? He's either going to buckle down and start hitting his spots, he's going to continue to get shelled, our game is going to last about 5 hours, or he's going to get the hook early and head for the showers.
So now to the plate, Bart Flash. 0-1 the count. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Jeffrey Bellamy.
Now at the plate, Jeffrey Bellamy. Here comes the first pitch. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Here it comes, 1-0. On the outside, Black. Good pitch, called for a strike.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
From the stretch. This is pulled into right. West is there. 2 down.
Now batting, the catcher, John O'Neill.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, John O'Neill.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 2 out with the man at first. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Popped him up. Lopez waits on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Fred Blair, and his guys have quite a hill to climb. Down 5-zip here in the early going.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0.
Nope.
2 high that time, and it's 3-1.
3-1.
And a called strike on the outside corner there. It's full now, 3-2. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Batting fifth.
Standing in, Will Elmore. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
No, that's a ball.
Now the 1-0. And that one got a piece of him.
Well, no one really likes getting plunked by a pitch, but as long as it doesn't do too much damage, most guys will take it any day. A free pass can be a big deal if the guys behind you can make it hurt for the pitcher.
So coming to the plate, Alvaro Lopez, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. First delivery to him on the way. A ball and no strikes.
1-0.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
Outside, 3-0 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with one away.
Batting seventh. The right fielder, Danny.
Now at the plate, Danny West. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the belt, kicks and deals. And that misses ball 1. West, a 27-year-old, is playing in right field today, although he can often be found in center. The 1-0 is low and outside for a ball.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
And it's fouled away. First and second now, one man out. And he lays off the circle change here as he moves into the driver's seat. 3-1.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts. You can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
The 3-1.
Ooh, that's a good pitch to take a hack at right there. Change up in the zone. He'd like to have that one back.
And he'll be rung up here by Clyde Washington. Strike 3 at the knees, and there are 2 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Standing in now, Jalen Hurt, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And he falls behind 0-2. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. This is line to left. That gets down, and the inning will continue. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Batting ninth. The shortstop, Roberto Velez.
At the plate now, Roberto Velez. As the first pitch here is a bit high, it's ball 1.
He would have had to go with the old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top, but he was able to lay off it.
1-0 count. Here it is. Weak grounder back to the mound. And they get to force it home. Whatever works as the side is retired. Striding in, Bruce Sanders. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here?
Hopefully that triple is the kick he needed to get him out of this slump. Got to feel real good to hit one hard and be able to run like that.
Ball one to start the at-bat. There's a fastball right down Broadway taken for a strike. And that misses. 2-1.
2-1.
Here's the pitch. Full count now, 3-2. Kevin Root waits on deck. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Stepping in now, Kevin Root, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. And there's ball one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 out, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single.
And they've had some good at-bats against him all game long. It seems like it's just been hard hit after hard hit. As we take a look at his line here, the numbers do not lie. This has not been one of his better outings, and he'd be the first to tell you that.
To the plate now, Pat Sample, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the 0-1. Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball one.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
Now a throw over. Runner's back. Runner at first here, 1 man out. One and two now as that one's fouled off.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there, a little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. A dive, but it's off his glove.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Now time called here as the manager pops out of the first base dugout. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Vic Fulton is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the 3rd inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. Into the box now, Ellis Means, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Fulton typically throws a lot of strikes coming in out of the bullpen, resulting in low walk totals, although he has been snake bitten by the home run ball at times in the past.
One of the keys for this guy, Matt, is not being afraid to attack the strike zone. With that said, he is prone to...
Ouch, that one hit him. Digging in the switch hitter, Judd. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
Popped him up. Lopez has a play, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Steve Rice.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Steve Rice. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Hey, this is a huge pitch right here. It would be demoralizing to watch this inning slip away.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there.
And a fastball in the dirt, but it's blocked nicely as he keeps it in front of him. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Wow, this is a pretty good at-bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2. And he's seen a lot of pitches, too.
And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too. And here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
Stepping up to the plate, Bart Flash. He flew out in his last at-bat. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. In there, strike 1. This year against right-handed pitching, Flash hits a little over the 270 mark. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. And he fouls this one off. Here he comes again, 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Liner toward right center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. 1 run scores. The run scores from second. It's 8-0.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches, you get 2 outs, and all of a sudden you give up that big base hit that drives in 2. Frustrating for a pitcher.
At the plate, Jeffrey Bellamy, as he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees. It's strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. Hit on the ground to short. He's right there. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Falcons are out on top 8-0. Bottom of the 3rd now, and next will be the speed threat, Dominique Durazo.
Dominique Durazo.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
The 1-0 delivery. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Well off the plate with the change of pace. That's ball 2. Struck him out. And with that, we give you a look here at the standings entering play in the AL Central.
The designated hitter, Maurice Carter.
Now at the plate, Maurice Carter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Now the pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Lined into right, a base hit.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
Standing in now, Todd Alexander. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Runners on first with 1 down. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. From the belt, the pitch. Hit in the air to right field. Sample is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Now batting, third baseman, Fred Blair.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Fred Blair. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and they froze him on a good changeup. Tough one. If you got good arm action, and this pitcher certainly does have good arm action out there, tough to decipher between the fastball and changeup. He's got to be willing to stay back and take the ball the other way.
Runners on the move for second. Pitch is high. The throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
It's a little surprising to see them risking base runners by stealing down this many early in the game, but they're choosing to be aggressive. Might work out if they can drive him in now and chip away at that deficit.
The 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Has a look, now the pitch.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Fouled off. The 3-2 pitch. And this one misses here. A close pitch on 3-2, but Clyde Washington rules it ball 4.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
At the plate, Will Elmore. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here. Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just to give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. And this one gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
And he's way off balance with the swing there.
Hey, there's a ton of reasons I could give to you as to why this guy has been such a good pitcher in his career. But I think this is the biggest one. His ability to work out of nasty jams. 2 guys in scoring position right here. Interested to see how he works out of this.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. From the stretch. Struck him out, so they work out of the jam as he strands 2 men in scoring position. Digging in once again, John O'Neill comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he misses there. 1-2.
1 ball.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
The 1-2. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. It's a bullpen game for them now as we have a look at the starters' final line. Not the night he or his club were hoping for.
One of the tough things to do when you're trying to have a good pitching performance is keep the ball in the ballpark. He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
Digging in, Bruce Sanders. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Grounded to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Into the box now, Kevin Root. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
0-1.
The 0-1 delivery. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one.
Well, I think after that foul away, this pitcher can go almost anywhere he wants. That pitch was way off the plate and off speed. I'm surprised he even offered it that one.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. West is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Stepping in, Alvaro Lopez. He drew a walk his first time up.
Alvaro Lopez.
He's set and the pitch.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Here comes the 0-1. And it's 1-1. One and 2.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
Ball 2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Screwball, tough pitch to lay off of with 2 strikes, but he's worked it full. 3 and 2.
Wow, talk about a waste pitch on 2 and 2. That one wasn't even close. I don't know anyone that would have swung at that pitch.
Here's the 3-2. Ground ball left side. And there's one away.
Now batting, the right fielder, Danny West.
Now at the plate, Danny West. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher, but if you're going to do it, it's far better to do it with a guy down in the bottom of the order. Time for a challenge fastball right here, though.
And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup, so if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
The 2-1. And and it's fouled away. Bases are empty, one man out. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
In now, Jalen Hurt, as with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Hurt stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. And he fouls this one off. Here's the 0-2.
Oh, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hit back toward the mound. He's got it. Off balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is retired. New inning set to get underway. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Pat Sample.
Pat Sample.
First pitch on its way.
Oh.
Here comes the 1-0. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. Liner towards second, but an atom ball right to him for the first out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Ellis Means.
Coming to the plate now, Ellis Means 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and no one can get there. He'll try it again. 1 out, nobody on. Popped him up. Lopez over to his right, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, number 22.
Stepping into the box, Judd. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Here comes the first pitch. 2 out, nobody on. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. And strike 3 called as he says, "You got to be kidding me," with the side retired. Now batting, Roberto Velez. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. From the stretch. Good pitch there on the inside, Black called the strike. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Strike 2.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher, able to pound his zone with all different options.
Fouled off. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
1-2.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
He's racking up a fair amount of strikeouts now out there. That's 6 to this point. So he's got good stuff, and he's fooling a lot of these hitters.
Into the box, Dominique Durazo batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. The pitch. Bases are empty, one man out. And here's a fastball, not close, as he runs it to 2-1 now. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
To the plate now, Maurice Carter, as the first pitch misses to him. It's ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
And he takes ball 4, so he's on, and as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
Well, they've been unable to get to this guy, so they'll take base runners any way they can get him. At the very least, you make him work from the stretch and add to his pitch total.
Digging in now, Todd Alexander, man at first after the 2-out walk. From the belt, the pitch. A runner on first with 2 away. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Drilled to the right side, and that's through for this first base hit in this one, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
Fred Blair is in for the 3rd time here as he watches one that misses low. It's a ball and no strikes. 1-0 home. Is at the knees and inside, but called a strike.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
The 1-1. Two down, runners at first and second. Fouled away. The 2-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Steve Rice. Now, despite the matchup against some typically formidable pitching, he has already turned in a multi-hit performance.
That's why this guy's an absolute monster. He doesn't discriminate. You put a good guy out on the mound, he finds a way to work his knocks in, and he feasts on the 3-4-5s.
The windup and the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Two and one. The 2-1 home. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Elmore is camped under this one, and he's got it for out number 1.
Now batting, designated hitter, Bart Black.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Bart Flash, coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And there's ball 2 now. And it's fouled away. Here now the 2-2. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
At the plate now, Jeffrey Bellamy. Pitch misses low. The throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. The 1-0.
No.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
1 out and a runner on second base. Pulled toward right center field. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, John O'Neill.
So here's the cleanup hitter, John O'Neill. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he takes ball 1. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. And he will get there to end the inning. Into the box, Will Elmore. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Low for ball 1. We mentioned his position in the batting race earlier in the game, and with a batting average above the 400 mark over his last 10 games, it's a little scary to think that he might be getting better as the season wears on.
Yeah, you watch this guy knock the donut off the bat. He strides to the plate with nothing.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 14 on the season, and they're now on the board, though still well behind. No doubt an impressive home run, so we'll employ show track for a more in-depth look. 112 miles an hour was the exit velocity off the bat, so it's no wonder why it ended up having the impressive distance that it did. Now time called here as here comes the skipper from the third base dugout, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So the good news is he'll wind up going the requisite 5 innings for the victory, but he does leave his bullpen some considerable work to do before this one's done. Seth McMillan takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
McMillan.
Stepping in now, Alvaro Lopez, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball 1-0. He was a ground out victim last time up. And he fouls this one off. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. It might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Into the box now, Danny West, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. Looking at his post-All-Star break performance, his pace has slowed down a little bit from the prolific pace that he set for himself in the first half, but not to the point where anybody's really concerned just yet.
Yeah, he's certainly slowed. His timing looks a little bit off these last 10 games, but
a swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Wind up and the 0-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Means is there, 2 gone.
The first baseman, number 2, Jalen Hurt.
Digging in, Jalen Hurt. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way.
Oh, 1 ball, no strike.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike 1. At the plate, he's really continued to look great in the second half. Over his last 10 games, hitting over 300.
He's been so consistent all year. his timing, just his presence in the box. It doesn't look like this is going away anytime soon. Probably going to battle for a batting title the rest of the way.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fouled off. Another try at 2-2. Hit out towards second. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
If you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Roberto Velez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here's the 0-1. Fouled away. And another foul ball. Well, despite his success with the bat this year that we mentioned earlier, he's really going through a tough stretch recently, batting under the Mendoza line over his last 10 games.
Yeah, he struggled the last 10 games, no doubt about it, but the sample size in the first half is too big. It's only going to take one swing for him to get right back on track.
Well, the intent there with that 2-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with, but there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up 3 bases.
The 1-2. Hit in the air to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. The Sandlot is on top here, 8-1. Grant Snyder enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Snyder.
Settling in now, Bruce Sanders.
For the Falcons, the third baseman, Bruce Sanders.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Snyder, an Ohio native. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. The 1-0 home is put in play to the right side of the infield. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now back, shortstop, Kevin Root.
Digging in to try it again, Kevin Root. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And he'll squeeze this one for the 2nd out.
The batter, the right fielder, Pat Sample.
So striding forward now, Pat Sample. He's set. Here it comes. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The 0-1. And he lays off for ball one. Skied into very shallow right. West is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side.
Rejoin for the traditional 7th-inning stretch.
Last half of the 7th here, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Dominique Durazo.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The 1-0.
That's ball 2. 2-0. Ball, 1 strike.
Now this is a leadoff at bat. Great patience, and he's just waiting for that pitch. That's too good to pass up.
The 3-1 pitch. And it's fouled away.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it. But to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
Stepping in, Maurice Carter. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
A runner at first with no outs here. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Left fielder is on the move, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The center fielder, number 9, Todd Alexander.
Coming to the plate now, Todd Alexander. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Whoa, not sure where that one missed, and I'm not sure the pitcher does either.
The 1-0 is a fastball down below the knees.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
That one bends into the zone. A strike on the breaking ball. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he lays off again, ball 3.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Fred.
Ready for another chance, Fred Blair. He's set and the pitch.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike one.
The 0-1 on its way, and he fouls this one off. Seared down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
Here's another 0-2. Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the third time.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
Elmore.
At the plate, Will Elmore, and a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
I don't blame the batter for pulling the trigger right there. Those fastballs light up your eyes, and you can occasionally do damage with them, but he wasn't able to catch up with that one.
Into the corner and slicing foul. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Ready to begin the 8th, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Ellis Means. From the stretch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. A ball and a strike. Drilled on the ground to short. Reined in. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
At the plate, Judd. First delivery to him on the way.
No ball. 1 strike. Oh.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Outside, 2-1.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Now the 2-1 pitch is taken, ball 3. Steve Rice is on deck. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Elmore will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
The first baseman, Steve Rice.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Steve Rice. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A high fastball is in there. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And that's taken for a called strike 2. Two out, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground to short. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Oh, great job to make a play on that ball, but he's unable to turn it into an out, and the inning will continue.
Man, this is a perfect summary of how the game has gone for him. They haven't been able to hit, catch, or throw all game long. In fact, they should just throw a 10 over this thing because this has become a 3-ring circus.
Now in the box, Bart Flash. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. Swing and a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is foul near the seats. 2 out with the man at first. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
The 2-2. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. The 2-2 one more time. Hit on the ground out to short. Right to him. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Bottom of the inning now, and next to hit is the catcher, Alvaro Lopez.
The catcher, Alvaro Lopez.
Here's the first pitch to him. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
The 1-0. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Now the 1-1 pitch is in there for the second strike. And he missed with it up and in to even things at 2-2. Here it comes. And this pitch is taken high and away to fill the count. It's 3-2. Pops this one up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. High in the air out to center field. Means is in his tracks now. And he puts it away for the first down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Danny West.
So stepping in, Danny West, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. First offering on its way.
Oh.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Right there at the belt, 1-2 now. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Means is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jalen Hurt.
So digging in now, Jalen Hurt. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And low. It's a ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
At the ball.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Got him. Couldn't connect on the slurve that time, and that'll end it. Ready now, Jeffrey Bellamy. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
The left fielder, Jeffrey Bellamy.
First pitch on its way. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. On the ground and right at the shifted infielder. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, the catcher, John O'Neill.
Stepping into the box, John O'Neill. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. 1 out, nobody on. Ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
One and 2 now. Now here's the pitch. Hit hard, but right into the shift. That's through for a base hit, his 2nd of the ball game.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them. Drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment. Able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
In now, Bruce Sanders, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. 1-1.
1-1.
Runners on first with 1 down. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
That's exactly the pitch you don't want to be chasing in these situations. He's going to keep that ball down below the hollow of the knee, try and get you to ground into a double play. You have to set your sights at least belt high.
No offer at the curve that time, and it's knotted up at 2-2.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
And the payoff pitch.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit hard back up the middle. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. One hit's all they get. 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the ninth. The Falcons are out in front here, 8-1. Now to the plate, Roberto Velez starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. And he misses with it. 1-1.
This guy uses that two-seamer to set up his other pitches. Two-seamer in, breaking ball away.
The 1-1 home. Misses for the second ball.
2 balls, 1 strike. The count.
Now the 2-1 pitch. And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now. Now the pitch. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. Now the pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And could this be the start? It's a long way back, but the leadoff man is on base to start their final set of at-bats.
Wow, if that's not a strike, I don't know what is. I know these subs have a tough job. I get it. We'll see if he gets the next borderline call or if there are any makeup calls coming up.
Striding into the box, Dominique Durazo. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers. That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Nobody out, runner on first. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Another 1-2 delivery.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
A runner at first with no outs here. Little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. Bellamy will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Maurice Carter.
Striding in once again, Maurice Carter. First pitch of the at-bat. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Fouled off. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
One strike.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
Part of the order on deck, so keeping this two-hole hitter off the bags is always important.
The 3-1. Had him fooled there as this is lifted in the air out to left center and shallow. Bellamy comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2.
The center fielder, number 9, Todd Alexander.
Into the box now, Todd Alexander. First pitch on its way. Line to the right side. But he will make the catch on the hard hit ball out there, and that will conclude matters here as this ball game is over.
Well, baseball is a game of streaks and runs, so a 4-game skid happens to even the best of teams. The key is they didn't panic or press. They just came out here, played their game, and put the losing streak behind them, like professionals are supposed to do. Well done.
8-1 is the final tonight. The Sandlot jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jason Jones earned his 5th win of the year. Roger Sharp was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
And our final line score. First, for the victorious visiting team, 8 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. For the home team, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error, and 11 runners left on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.